booktube, I'm Vanessa, and today I'm here to put together my top 5 books of 2019. These are my top 5 favorite books that I read this year in 2019. They're not necessarily books that came out in 2019, although I think only one of them isn't. I think all the other 4 are books that came out in 2019, so it kind of works out anyways. But yeah, these are just the things that I really enjoyed and that really made my reading year for me. So first of all, coming in at number 5, I want to talk about the Tea Dragon Society and the Tea Dragon Festival. I actually just finished these a few days ago, but they just are so adorable. I can't believe it. They're just really cute, short and sweet graphic novels about these little animals called tea dragons, and they're basically like little baby dragons that produce tea leaves, and if you drink the tea leaves then you can kind of get memories from the dragons and stuff like that. But these graphic novels are just so cute. Like, the art style is so adorable. The little dragons are just little baby puppies that I want to cuddle so bad, and they're also just really cool. They're very inclusive. They have all sorts of characters that are different kinds of people being represented, and they're also, the first one is available to read online for free, so that's amazing. I'll leave it linked down below because I highly recommend it. I think everybody needs to appreciate the cuteness of the tea dragons. And then coming in at number 4, I want to talk about The Dead Queen's Club by Hannah Capin. And honestly, I was just going through my Goodreads and picking the books that stood out to me, and I know that maybe objectively this isn't a groundbreaking amazing book or anything like that, but I enjoyed it so much. It is a high school retelling of King Henry VIII and the Tudor court and all of that. It was just so fun, and I think we need more of that in our reading lives sometimes, and this was just a really refreshing read for me. It was such a delight to just see King Henry as the popular jock in high school, and all of his wives as different girls in high school, and all of these just little inside jokes and details and Easter eggs for people that like this history, and it was a delight to read. So, and at number 3, I have the one book that was not published in 2019, and that is Nicholas and Alexandra, the classic account of the fall of the Romanov dynasty. This book is a non-fiction. It's about the Romanov family, who, if you don't know, are Anastasia's family. They were the imperial family of Russia until the revolution happened and they were imprisoned and eventually executed, and this book just follows all of the things that kind of worked together to catalyze those events and make that tragedy happen. And even though this is non-fiction, it read very smoothly, very interestingly. It kept me hooked. There were some parts that were about war history and strategy and generals and lieutenants and stuff that I didn't care about at all. But for the most part, the parts that were about the family, about the children, about Rasputin, their weird ass magical culty advisor who was just as weird and creepy in real life as he was in the freaking cartoon. It was all just so interesting to read about, and I'm really glad that I got to read this book. And then I had a really hard time choosing between 1 and 2. Actually, I had a hard time ordering all of these, so the order is a little bit willy-nilly. And then there were also some books that I didn't even put on this list that I'm still questioning, was that actually my number 1 favorite book this year? I'm not even talking about King of Scars or Wicked King in this video, and yet those might, I really loved them. I don't know what's going on. For number 2, I'm putting House of Salt and Sorrows by Aaron A. Craig. I loved this so much. It was just such the perfect gloomy, spooky atmosphere that I love personally. It's a retelling of a Grimm's fairy tale. I love Grimm's fairy tales. It has beautiful dresses. Oh my god, I tagged so many pages that are just dresses that I hope to make someday. It has scary paranormal ghost activity, all things that I really enjoy are in this book, and it was just really good. It was really fun to read. Okay, and then my number 1 book of 2019, I think the thing that I just really connected with the most and loved the most, again, it was really hard to rank these, but I think I'm going to say Sorcery of Thorns. I feel kind of weird because I know that this and House of Salt and Sorrows were just kind of on the hype train for the year, and that's not usually how I pick my favorite books of the year, but I truly feel like this book deserved its hype, actually more hype, because I also know a lot of people didn't like this book, but I freaking loved this book. It is about magical libraries. Our main character grew up taking care of the magical demon books in the libraries. The love interest is like a brooding, sarcastic sorcerer who I think is also bi, which is amazing. And there's like this sidekick character who is so funny and so endearing and just so lovable. And that was the one thing that I think made me love this book so much, is just that it was so easy to grow attached to these characters and truly feel like I knew their personalities. I was able to latch onto them as people and really just get invested in their stories and their lives and their feelings, and yeah, it was just really good. And also, did I mention magical libraries? So that is it for my top 5 books of 2019. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you also read some things that you loved in 2019, and I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what books you read in 2019 that you absolutely loved. And other than that, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope I get to talk to you soon. Bye!